Vaidhi, now the meeting is live streamed. You can start.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. I am Vaidhi Guide, and I am here to help you guys with ideation or coming up with ideas. So, most of you do have problems in coming up with ideas or very confused about which idea is correct, which is not, just to what can actually make us win. So, this is the session about, right? So, let's get started. If you guys have if you don't have the link for the student guide or the guidebook, here it is. You guys can scan this and just go through the guidebook for any links like Discord to understand the rule, the judging rules, the deadlines, anything that you want to know about the hackathon. Here's a QR code for you guys. So we'll wait for a minute for you guys to scan the QR code. Okay, moving on. So these are a few important guideline or like timelines for you guys. So all teams need to be registered by 29th July. That is when we'll be starting our final screening. So you need to submit your ideas and have to be registered in the forms by 29th as we'll start the screening. So 2nd of August, we'll be shortlisting 25 teams through this ideation round. So if even if you're thinking that we don't know how to code something or we do not know how to go around this idea, just go with whatever you have. Make sure you are submitting your ideas. This round is only to submit your ideas and nothing more than that. So you don't have to create a prototype, a working model, nothing, just an idea. So out of this, 25 teams will be shortlisted in the first ideation. Now, on third, all these shortlisted teams will receive mentoring. They'll know how to pitch their ideas, will know how to create a pitch deck. All of these things will be done after third. You guys would be receiving an email. So on 7th August, 5 teams will be shortlisted for round two. So the three timelines that we need to follow is 29th for idea submission. Second would be for shortlisting teams. Seventh is where 5 teams would be shortlisted for round two, and they have to present their final solution to the panel on the 9th. So yes, this is the important timeline that you guys have to remember. So let's move on to what exactly how to ideate in this hackathon. So our theme is crafting sustainable and ethical AI solutions for a better future. Now you guys know that AI is the next future for us. It's the next technology that is going to grow so much. Now in this, there are so many things we can do, but this is the fault that happens with AI is there's a lot of crime rate, and the second is it is not that much sustainable. So WWT is looking for you guys to create solutions around crafting sustainability in AI, whether that be using less energy or which can help us in the society to create a sustainable environment. And second is ethical practices with AI. So these are two things you can go around when it comes to the hackathon team. The next is how to ideate your idea. Most of the time, hackathons are looking for two main components while creating an idea. The first is sociological. So let's say your idea is so great, but it is of no use to the society. That is not at all a good idea then. The second is economical. Let's say your idea is very helpful for the society, but the actual user cannot really afford it. It is not at all economical. Or for a company to make that particular product, it's not economical. So while creating or thinking about an idea, think about these two things. Let's say you create a tour guide app. So this is not an AI related, but when we talk about sociological, it is going to help tourism so much. It is going to help local people. It is going to help creating jobs. or making people aware of the things around us. Economical, the app is very less, it is free of cost, you can have subscription models. So that is the economical benefit of your idea. So while thinking about any idea, think about these two aspects in that. So now stages of idea, most of you guys would be directly going to brainstorm or selecting ideas. The first thing is problem definition. So let's say you have a problem like I want to create an AI to create a tour itinerary for people. I have seen that a lot of people cannot create a tour itinerary, and it is very hard for them to understand what to roam around, where to go, where to stay. So this is my problem statement. Then you start brainstorming on something. Then you start, oh, do I need this? How I can implement AI into this? Or does AI really need this particular? So you start brainstorming about different ideas, how solution can be, how effective you can make it. That comes in brainstorm. And the third one is evaluation and selection of ideas. This is where we have multiple ideas, but we need to narrow it down for us, right? So, considering the two factors that I've discussed before, sociological and economical, this can be a break, like tie breaking between ideas. Just think about how valuable that idea is and how unique that idea is. Most of the times, I have seen students get into very similar ideas. So, think about something that people have not seen. If you're taking idea suggestions from ChatGPT, make sure you're adding a personal element to that. Because let's say I put my solution, like I put my thing there in ChatGPT and it gives me a list of solutions. The same solutions would be given to other team also. So make sure even if you're taking your ideas from all of this, you are adding your personal element to it, right? So keep these answers ready for your project. So make sure you're answering all these questions to make it much more easier. Like what problem that you are solving, that is your problem definition. The second is what solution proposed for the problem. If I am looking for something in water filters, let's say I am detecting leakage of water in a water filter. So, what solution can I propose? Maybe I can train my model to detect where the leakage is happening or what is happening. So, this is something your solution should be. And then, what software you are planning to use? Because software is very important. Even if you are coming from a background where you don't have a lot of experience about coding or you don't know which language to use or what to do about the coding stuff, still you need to plan for your softwares because try to find your comfort zone. Let's say you are great with HTML, CSS, go for that. If you don't know a lot of AI, go for Python. Go for something simpler solutions for your software. Now, the next is presenting your solution. This is very important because, as you see, the first three rounds of your submission is all based on PPT. Your presenting skills, that's all it is going to matter for the first three rounds. Of course, the idea is one part, but judges are also going to judge you for the way you pitch your ideas, the way you present your ideas. Let's say I have to present a particular idea, a drone based AI. Now, how beautifully I can present it to my judges is something that if two teams have the same idea, sometimes you do get an advantage over how you're presenting it and how you're pitching your idea. So try to prepare a crafted pitch. So that means you are revising your pitch, you are revising your numbers, you are going through the PPT a lot of times. You are clear with your idea. What comes after what is something that we do in crafting the pitch. So do that. Visual aids and demonstration, when you look at my PPT now, it is visually appealing. If I had something plain background and just a text written on it, it might not have been that visually eye-catching. Have very minimal text on your PPTs. Do not cluster it a lot. You would have seen the difference between the first PPT where all of the information was given about important dates. There were like so many lines, and you have to read each and every line. When you come to this one, you have 2 pointers. And keeping your PPT to a minimum gives you more advantage of explaining it. For having your judges, your eyes on you while explaining. So I have put this 2 points in front of you, but you don't know what exactly these 2 points are. Your whole focus is on my voice, on what I am saying and what I am explaining. So this is what basically this 2 pointers mean. Now, yeah, that's all you guys need to know about ideating. Of course, I'm not here to give you any ideas or anything, but I'm just here to help you guys. So if you have any questions right now, you can put it in your chat box. I'll be answering all of these questions. Will the team that are not selected on 2nd August get certificate? I think Rukshana can give a better answer for us. Rukshana, Vaidehi, if you guys are here, I think this is your question to answer.
Yeah, all the certificates will be given. Like we have several levels of certificates that are being given. Those who submit the ideas, they'll be given a certificate. Those who qualify for the next round, they'll be given a certificate. And at last, the winners will also be given the certificate. So even if you make an effort to submit the idea, you would still get the certificate.
How many teams will be getting the prize for ideas pitching? The last pointer here gives the top 3 teams will be awarded winner certificates and prize, and the top 25 teams will be receiving the participant certificates also.
So just to give you a detail of how the event will be, first, all the teams are able to submit their ideas. Based on the ideas, we'll shortlist 25 teams. Of those 25 teams, they will now come up with the proper solution. Once their solution presentation is submitted, then we'll shortlist top 5 teams. Those top 5 teams will have to then work upon further on the solution and make a proper presentation, even a pitch deck. And then, and among the top 5, then we'll select the top 3 winners.
Okay. Could you please forward the presentation or the slides with important dates? All of the important dates and everything would be mentioned in this guidebook. So once you scan this QR or have the link to the guidebook, you would be able to access all the important dates. Ma'am, what are the additional supporting documents we add to attach the content we can add? So basically, there's not a lot. PPT is much more than 5. But if you want to add something supporting, maybe you can, if you're done with the solution a little bit, you can add your working prototype. You can also prepare 1 minute video for you for like a pitch that you're giving. So other than that, I don't think there's a lot that one thing you can do is to show how important and valuable your idea is. So when we are presenting, we show them that look, there is $85 million industry of tourism here in India itself. So when we are launching this product, we are creating jobs for all these people. So maybe you can attach something in your PPT itself to support your idea. Show how important problem is. If you're talking about drought in a particular place. So mention that 30% of a land in a state is under drought. This many states in India is under drought. So you guys can just add supporting things in your PPT. Are we supposed to add any information we think can flaunt our ideas? Yes, you can always add any information that just makes you stand out of people. It really shows that you have put in effort for your presentation, and that really creates an value. Most of the time, when there's an hackathon, more than the solution, people are more focused on problems. So whenever we are there to judge an hackathon, the solution is something that can be built later on also. But problem, identifying a problem is a very big thing. So if you can flaunt that, it's really great. Is there any template provided for idea submission? There usually isn't, but there's a way of presenting your idea. The first is your introductory statement. The second can be your problem statement. The third is proposed solution. The proposed solution can have what technology you're using, what exactly the solution is. The fourth slide can be your roadmap. If you have a working prototype, then that can come afterwards. Your future plans with the product is something that can come towards an ending. And in between, if you want to be really showing out how you're creating sustainability, maybe putting out a little bit of statistics in your PPT would be something better. It says only.
Sorry, Mary, just to answer that again. So
Yeah.
there is no such template for idea submission. You'll get a form link and you just have to answer to the question. The document that you are supposed to upload, that's not mandatory, it's optional. And you can create it the way where they have just explained. For the further rounds, you'll be getting a template. So you don't have to worry about the further round, just for the idea round. Okay.
What's the last date for register? I was having problem registering as I couldn't see my college name on the registration page. Yeah. You can, the 29th is the last day to register and submit your idea. So make sure you are doing all of it for that. Maximum pages for PPT, it's on you how lengthy you want to keep, but the ideal PPT pages that we have is usually anywhere between 5 to 6. No, it's not compulsory to submit your PPT right now. Okay, so if you are trying to submit a working prototype or a flow diagram, of course, it shows your dedication towards solving that problem. Of course, it is not influential factor, but yeah, it shows your dedication. So if you are very comfortable with doing that, go for it. If not, it's not at all a thing to that can make a difference. Um, I can't say about last year anything, but I personally have gone through a lot of hackathons, and most of the time I submit documents such as like problem showing my like what are the problems that I'm solving, any supporting documents for that, working prototype. Prototype can be like only a first stage, but that is not a compulsion right now. The only influential factor is right now to show how important your problem is and how your proposed solution is one of the best for that. So make sure you are following those guidelines, and yeah, that can be one of the influential factors. And of course, make sure you're putting everything in concise, right? You are putting it in a very understandable way. Most of the time, we are using very fancy words, or we are trying to be like, oh, this is very great and all, but sometimes small words, simple words are trying to create a lot of influence on them. So you can keep that also. Now, only after selection of our team on August 4, we must start working. Yeah. Um, See, once you are done, if you're selected in the 25 teams, that's when you can start working on your prototype also. So that's the time you can start little work on prototyping, not the working model, but a little prototype or just showcasing a little effort can be done once you hit the 25. For now, just focus on submitting your idea. Even if you are not if you're not even confident about I do not know how to code, you're gonna get mentorship after you guys get selected. But for now, try to get your idea out. Try to submit your idea within that. Prototype without 3 days, like backend included. No, prototype is basically something that you can show working. Like, oh, this is like the front page, or let's say you are designing a website. You just need to, if even if you could make an UI UX for that, more than enough. Prototypes are that. Prototypes are not full on working things, so backend can be explored.
சப்மிட் பண்ணுவோம்ல கூகுள் ஃபார்ம்ல
Can you
நம்ம
give
ஐடியாஸ்லாம்
example?
அதை வச்சு அவங்க செலக்ட் பண்ணுவீங்க 25 டீம்ஸ்
Whatever your idea is,
ஒர்க் பண்ணுவோம்
And oh, sorry.
yeah.
Please mute yourself, everyone. Again, we
Yeah.
cannot, we're all not kids, so definitely we can, behave it right here. Thank you. Vaidehi, you're on mute, so please unmute yourself and talk.
Yeah. For 200 word problem statement, maybe run your problem statement to ChatGPT, let them know that to make it a 200, and definitely it would just create something for you. Do we have a sample PPT? For now, we do not. Once you get selected for the pitch thing, you will be getting a sample PPT. Fronted enough? Yes. Frontend is enough. Your AI model, if you're developing an AI model, even if you could show your accuracy, that's more than enough. Like you don't have to show that we are taking inputs and this is the output and this and that. Even if you could show, if you can use a K means or F score, something like that, and just show your accuracy, that is also more than enough. Accuracy in your
Also,
data set is also good. Yeah.
just to add on that, more than prototype, they'll be looking at an implementation plan. So they're going to look at what are the timeline you're considering, how when you will start your ideation, and then what will time it will take to do the research, how much time it will take to build the entire product. So they're looking more at implementation timeline rather than the actual prototype.
Yeah, I think that also explains the next question, like what are they expecting prototype for us, and when we just frame an idea. So for now, let's just get into idea submission. That's the main priority that you guys should be focusing on. So try to get that out right now. And prototype showing your working models can be a later part also. What do you mean by implementation timeline? To create a particular product, you need to have a timeline. So let's say you say that we'll be doing our data cleaning by this date, in this much time. We'll be needing this much time to create a model and this much time testing. So that's all an implementation time. Maximum how many slides in a PPT are requirement? There's no maximum slide number for that, but usually ideal slides are between 5 to 6. Any more questions regarding teaming? If anyone who is not able to like see your team or is not in a list, so we can just solve that problem right now. So if you have any teaming problem, adding a person, removing a person, or you're not able to see your teams in that particular list, or anything related to not getting an email, um, you guys can let us know right now. The ideal team size is 3 to 5, minimum of 3 people and maximum of 5 people. Ritik, could you just name your team name and your team lead? Okay, Meta Girls.
So the team list and everything, those are already there in the guidebook. So you can refer the guidebook for all the instances. Vaidehi, one of you could actually drop the guidebook's link again.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
If your team is not there in the list, then don't worry, we'll update you. If you don't get it within 3 to 4 days, then please let us know. Then we can have that concern going.
If you have filled the form today, there's a very high chance you might, your name might not be there, but you guys can wait for a while. Okay, Meta Girls, I do not see anything from your side. I'm unable to see your this submission. So could you just fill out the form back again? Where is the team list been updated? We share a Excel sheet every single day with the updated teams. Could you just drop that by the so they can see?
Yeah, and it is updated for whatever we have as of now.
Yeah.
I'll
So for clear ideation, I would suggest go through if you're not finding any ideas, maybe you can go through SIH, Smart India Hackathon website. Most of the time, you really get good ideas from that. So that is one of the way. There are also many websites which generate or create problem statements for you. They find problem statements for you, and you can find your ideas from there. So that can actually help you guys a lot. Problem statements to use. Oh, I do have when I searched a little bit. So a few of the sustainable ideas is like reducing energy consumption for AI, maybe using AI for climate action, promoting like responsible AI uses. For ethical side, you can go for like how you can detect any ethical practices through AI, something like that. Can you check she develops? While giving out your team name, could you also just like give out your um, leader name? She develops also, I can't see. Yeah, I can't see in the form list. So maybe you can fill out the form back again. Um, how about we have the link on the description of the WhatsApp group? Would that be accessible? Yeah, sure. Thank you for the suggestion. And yeah, we'll definitely do that. What do you mean by evaluation and scalability of an idea? Evaluation and scalability means to understand how like how good your idea is basically evaluation, and how good your idea is basically determined on how scalable your idea is. So let's say you are developing something for a specific community. That idea is going to be with that specific community itself. It is not going to cater to 1,000 people. It's maybe going to cater only for 10 people or 100 people, which is not a good idea. When you think about in a larger scale, it is not a very good idea if you are going to only pitch for 10 people. So think about having have an idea which is like a long, which caters to a lot of people. Okay, so I'm unable to, Kesha, I'm unable to see your team here. If you could just like see if you have registered or not. Yeah, code hers, I can see your team here. It is there. Riddhi, could you, okay, I have your team name, but I'm unable to find that team. Could you just like drop your team name again and back your team lead? Okay, ideas. Ideas should be sustainable and ethical both, not particularly, but yeah, if you can create an idea which fits in both categories, well and good. If not, um, either one of them is good to go. Because a lot of the time, even when I am thinking sustainable and ethical, I can't think of anything. But if you are able to uh, find it, it's amazing. Okay, code wizards, can you give me your uh, team lead? Okay, Riddhi, I can't. Riddhi, I cannot see your team in the team form. Uh, could you just register back again? And if it's already showing that the response has been collected, could you use another email or tell another of your team member to submit the form? Um, Divya, could you, okay, code dividers, okay, code divers. Code divers, I'm also unable to see your team here. could you just like give us your team lead? Okay, code visits, I'm unable to see your team here in the database. So could you just please fill out the form back again with maybe another email ID? Will the certificate specify that we are among shortlisted teams? I'm just curious. Rukshan, I think you can answer this question by Sanskriti.
Ah, okay, so the certificates, as we already say, that like the certificates will include on which level you attended and which level you got qualified into. So those are the certificates that we will be sending you guys out.
Divya, I cannot see your team here with the name. Janvi, can you just mention your team name and team lead name?
Also, Vaidehi, how many submissions in regards to idea do we have now?
I have to check.
I'll check that. That's okay. I'll check on that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Since it's just 4 days, you guys please make sure that you submit it at the earliest.
Janvi, we are unable to see your team here. If you could just like register back again, I think that would be great. It won't reduce your chances of getting selected, but definitely last minute submission is something that we do not suggest at all. Most of the times the forms get closed up, due timing might get mismatched, and also, yeah, we do not want you guys to submit your ideas on a very last.
So we have only received 8 ideas so far. So guys, I think it's time to really push on this one. Now that we already have a session, you have more clarity. Hope we'll be able to see much more submissions by you guys.
Yeah, you can submit your prototype which is in the PPT if that's something that you want to do. Go for it, but that won't create a lot of impact in the first round itself. The first round is morely focused on your idea submission and how good your idea is. So take time thinking about your ideas and just submitting your idea information and everything there. Okay, just a sec. Riddhi, I'll get back to you on personal. If you could just like tag me back again in WWT help desk. I'll get back to your problem in a minute. Yeah, same Janvi. I think I can just come back to your query if you tag me back again in WWT help desk. What all need to be included in the PPT? Rough topics, not very necessary, but your problem statement, how big of your problem is, the proposed solution, the technology that you are aiming to solve, and what is the impact that your solution is going to create. I think that is some rough topics that you can pick. If you just fill up the form and don't add any additional document, what is the probability of getting selected in the ideation? There is no PPT is not at all a deciding factor right now. The deciding factor right now is how nicely you write your write-up in the form. So yes, make sure you're creating a good like the sentence formation in your form. PPT won't be a additional factor for you, but definitely it is something good to have, but not at all compulsory or anything that is deciding factor. Brainy Brains, I cannot find your team here also. Please do submit your idea back. Okay, I think that concludes a lot of questions, and I hope I've answered all of this. Um, so yeah, if you have any doubts, you can go to WWT help desk. There's a WhatsApp group that has been created for problems that you have. Anything related to the teaming would be answered there. And yeah, make sure you're submitting all your ideas by 29th. Do not rush for a last minute submission. That would be just a lot of different problems for you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for joining in for today's meeting, and hoping that you guys would submit amazing ideas and we'll get to hear about them.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Vaidehi, for hosting this.
Thank you guys. Bye bye. I'll end the meeting now.